Hello, y'all. So we're in the car on this Sunday, and I'm just noticing that the park is closed on Sunday. So I guess this is a good day for me to choose to record out here because I don't have to deal with no cars and stuff. Except for this one black car again, y'all, last week. But that one over there, oh, now I see them back there playing basketball. I don't know why I didn't see them back there last week. Although, shit, I know they was doing something else last week, child. Because y'all didn't see, but I saw in the rain that there was some meeting on going on in the darn on car. Well, I didn't see everything because they are blessed to have tinted windows. Shit, that person had like the darkest tint. He had like the 5% tint. My darn going ass ain't got nothing up in here. Okay, look like we good. Are we, y'all? Let me see. Oh, I might have to adjust, y'all. Hold on. Okay, that looked a lot better. But see, on the edge, it likes to come up. Okay, well, whew. Let me turn my AC up because, honey, I'm about to quickly burn off this makeup, child. Unlike yesterday. It is now 100 degrees. Honey, it is so hot. I got my red cup like Kim Zolciak. The flavor of the day is key lime. But y'all see how hot it is in muggy North Carolina? This was partially frozen by the time I drove from my house. I'm only 10 minutes away from my house. And within 10 minutes, this is the result. So, yeah. I got some ice today because I already know we about to be in this car for a good 2 hours. Talking about these darn gone hoes. So let me go ahead and pour my drink. Because I got so tired of by the time I'm halfway done with these long behind videos, my drink will be darn gone warm. But we back with season 5, Chasing Atlanta reunion, and this is part 2. So I'm loading up my darn gone tablet. But this has been one interesting season. It really has. I'm just so happy, y'all, that at least I don't have to worry about. Now, if it falls, I'm just gonna have to replace this darn thing. Because I finally found time to clean my car's surface because the bottom was nasty. So I finally found time when the demon was gone for more than 10 minutes out the fucking house. I washed the darn the suction thing, and I thoroughly cleaned down the surface of my car. The dashboard. So it shouldn't be no excuse why it's not sticking. All the other ones are sticking just fine, including this one that I never used, the one for the actual the one for the tablet. But neither here nor there. Let's get into it. I done spent 4 minutes doing an introduction, y'all. Let me pull up my notes. But hell, this was a good time for y'all to get y'all drinks and snacks. I done told y'all we're gonna be here about a good 2 hours today. Since I can gauge the notes based off of last week. This is how much notes I got, y'all. So let's get it started. So we get to discussing the Rico versus Dominique fight. Honey, they going back and forth. It took for Willa to go on here and say, well, bitch, none of y'all too fucking. Let's move the shit on now. Like, shit, the shit is stupid. Also, y'all, if y'all wondering, the lip is Juvia's papaya bomb. But yeah, y'all, Willa done quickly shut down the back and forth with darn going Rico and darn going Dominique, honey. That shit was a good key, honey. Dominique talking about it's giving canceled. I was like, girl, bye. Without this, honey, granted, Dominique would have had something to still talk about because you know Dominique stay in the midst. But the good drive for his storyline was Rico. So it's like, girl, he did you a favor. And then y'all going back and forth with the rape comments. Honey, Dominique done call Rico fat. And Rico is not actually darn going fat like that. Like, Rico, because if you really see him and out, like he's sort of, I would say he's the epitome of thick. Like, he's not sloppy fat. Like, he ain't got the gigantic arms and the neck. Like, he's actually well put together. He's just very stocky. Yeah, matter of fact, that's the appropriate word for Rico Casanine. Rico is pretty much, both of the Ricos are actually stocky built. They're not what I would call fat. Like, when I think of fat, I'm thinking like really big. Like, you got boobs and everything else. You got heavy rolls of back fat and some love handles, all of that. Rico Casanine don't have all that going on, y'all. He might have a little miniature amount of love handles, but yeah, he is not really fat. So the fat jokes I don't really get. Dominique, yeah, you a little teeny tiny little thing, honey. But you ain't anorexic skinny. Like, he got ab definition. Both of them look good in their own special way, honey. Dominique's body look phenomenal. And for the thick boys, honey, Rico look fabulous. And I'm not just saying that because I'm generally doggone cool. I'm just, my honest opinion, both of them look decent. But yeah, they was going back and forth. It took Willa to shut them on down, child. Then we get to Willa upset with the job shame because Dominique threw out this darn going dig that, oh, well, bitch, the only thing you do is rap and darn on go to the taco. Well, he didn't say the taco mat, but that's what he was alluding to. I was like, now, wait a minute now. Hold up, wait a minute. Now, bitch, what we ain't going to do is darn going to shade the folks working a 9 to 5. Honey, some of us, even with the recommendation of the Queen Bee, honey, hell, Beyonce ain't put down no references for me to go no damn well. Why she keep, this her second time I got to bring my queen into this. Honey, first she was talking about she working 9 to 5 to stay, with the Mind video back in 2014. Now she done said to quit your job, release the trade, and all this shit. I done been released the trade, honey. Trade is problematic, honey. I just eye them every time I'm out here. Let's see if we spot trade today, child. But yeah, it's like, honey, this ain't darn gone Housewives of Dubai. This ain't even a Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all got the peaches, but y'all peaches don't hold the same way. Your bestie darn going has to work a bartending job. Like, why is you darn gone job shaming as if you doing any better than the next bitch? Hell, the most successful financially is darn gone Oliver, and Oliver is not even quite there to even get into a $600,000 house. So I need y'all to quit darn on poverty shaming, and all y'all motherfuckers are in middle class. Hell, some of y'all might be in very low middle class. So I'm trying to figure out, like, why is we job shaming? Talking about the only thing that somebody do is rap. And my thing is this: if you become successful at it, that's the only thing you need to do. Because I bet you wouldn't turn around and Nicki Minaj and say, well, bitch, you ain't no Jay-Z. You ain't got all, the only thing you do is rap. Well, shit, darn gone Nicki Minaj is worth $100 million. Cardi B, the only thing she do is, hell, and that really Cardi B, the only thing that bitch do is rap. Because she don't do no songwriting. I mean, she don't even write her lyrics. Drake and darn gone Cardi B with these ghostwriters, the only thing they do is rap. And Drake will give you a little singing every now and again. And shit, but hell, it makes them millions upon millions of dollars. Hell, I wish I could be in a position where the only thing I needed to do was motherfucking rap. I spit some bars real quick. And hell, the way that they darn on can auto-tune voices and shit, and the way that other people going off, hell, the Catch Me Outside girl done had a couple $1 million that she done made off her darn on gimmicky shit. Honey, I know DivaWuan can darn on come out with a bop. Y'all hold on to that, child. Honey, y'all might see me up on one of these shows next season, darn gonna giving y'all some country tech. Honey, y'all thought Lil Nas X was doing something, bitch. The true country rapper is about to show y'all how it's really done. Shit, I show you how darn gonna only rapping can make you some money. Yeah, Dominique, you need to cut your shit out talking about the only thing he does is rap, as if you doing something with that pet spray. Bitch, you just came out with that pet spray 2 minutes ago. Now, I wish all is success for you. Now, bitch, give motherfucking Rachel Way a run for her goddamn money. I am putting positive affirmations that your darn gone pet spray ends up selling millions of dollars. But right now, bitch, it ain't selling no millions of dollars, so humble yourself, motherfucker. And while you at it, come out with a cat version so DivaWuan can finally purchase the shit. Moving on. Then it was the back and forth about who said that in my darn going Porsche Wars. Who said that? Who said where the bomb drop? When the bomb drop. Ooh, 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 ooh. Honey, when the bomb drop, honey. First, Dominique said it wasn't said by nobody on his side. It was said by the other side. And then we go through process of elimination. It wasn't Ike. It wasn't darn going Kendra. Because hell, Dominique wasn't even talking with Kendra. It wasn't Good Coochie Cat. Good Coochie Cat Cam said it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't darn going Cam. Was it Jay? Cause honey, Jay stay in the mess. Was it Aaron? Honey, come to find out, after Rico said, is the bitch here? No, the bitch ain't here. So pretty much y'all are looting the damn Carl. Honey, give Carl a motherfucking peach come next season. This bitch darn gonna got more darn gonna talk time than some of the hoes who's here. I swear, darn gonna Carl was one of the unofficial girls without even having to be present. And matter of fact, they talked about Carl so motherfucking much. I just known that they was going to bring Carl in as a guest on the screen. They done brought Drew in from darn on New York. New York, this is what dreams are made of. Like I said, y'all, I can't hit that note no more, and Alicia Keys can't either. I am no longer a soprano. My voice has decreased down to a contralto. But anyways, moving on from that, child. Then we got darn going Oliver and Willa confirmed. Rico did say in advance he was going to mace the folks. Because then people kept blaming Oliver for knowing in advance that he had mace. It's like, well, bitch, if you would have cleaned out the wax out your ears, you would have known he had the mace too. Because he it's not like he was hiding it. He gave you ample opportunity. Everybody who's an innocent bystander, you better back up. You better give a bitch 10, 15 feet, because that mace darn gonna spread, sonny. See, me, I wouldn't have had that type of mace. I prefer the gel mace, because there are different types of mace. The gel mace does not splatter out, so you won't have to worry about the mace catching you back. Like, there's potential, like if you in like a windy situation or whatnot, you can get some of the catch back from the pepper spray, from the traditional one that sprays out. But if you get that gel pepper spray, you don't have to necessarily worry about innocent bystanders getting hit like that. That gel pepper spray, it sticks onto the skin and it really fucks them up, honey, because it latches on. It's not going to be diffused by the air or whatnot. You want to get a heavy concentration on the skin and really fuck a bitch up. And even when it got in the mouth, it's like if he would have had that gel pepper spray in that mouth clutch onto that tongue, oh, he really would have been hot, baby. But yeah, honey, Oliver darn gone and Willa finally confirmed. Well, he did say he had the damn mace. Y'all motherfuckers still wanted to line up like the motherfucker starting up of the NFL. And y'all got the aftertaste of it. And then Dominique go trying to explain the situation of talking about, well, he told me to drop the pen and all this, that, the third, and it's on site. Okay, even if he did say all that, it's like, bitch, why couldn't you been the bigger person? Why couldn't you been the bigger person and just said, I'm not going to do this at my friend's event? Even though y'all was leaving, it's like y'all should have kept on moving. You just ruined the whole vibe and everything. And then it made it even worse because people was clearing Rico's name right in front of you, and you still wanted to keep the energy. For what reason? Carl said it wasn't him. Carl said, and then it was later on clarified even more, Carl really meant by the message that, well, hell, if Rico had a bomb, bitch, y'all eventually know about it. I wouldn't put it past Rico. That is not the same as saying, oh yeah, he definitely got a bomb. So I don't know how these girls are misinterpreting this darn type of message. I don't know. I now have to question some people, and I ain't trying to be funny, but the way that they are misinterpreting this shit, either they are purposely being obtuse for the darn sake of a storyline, or these bitches really lack darn comprehension and did not darn pass middle grade darn English. Because the way that the text message read, it clearly darn state that darn Carl didn't know no more than y'all knew. He just said, well, hell, if Rico had a bomb to drop, best believe I wouldn't put it past him, and honey, you eventually know about it. And they ran with that shit the whole fucking season. Oh hell, what are you doing over here? Oh, they must be cleaning the pool. Cause I'm about to say, damn, today is damn Sunday. What your ass doing over there near the pool? But anyways, moving on from that, moving on. Then we get over to darn on Ike and Drew. Ike and Drew discussed Ike supposedly ambushing Drew, but Drew knew about the ambush several days in advance, but Ike only knew a few hours in advance. Ooh, I was typing fast, y'all. I need to correct that one. But my thing is this, once again, creating darn on storylines. This is where production is in with the bullshit. Because my thing is this, why in the world was there a discussion of what was going to happen the previous day? That's why I say when darn going hold on, y'all. But why was there even a discussion the previous night on the phone about what y'all was going to do the next day? I was like, oh, I can't stand when the hoes break the damn fourth wall and want the damn gone tell the folks what's going on. I was like, now y'all need to cut this shit. I understand that it's reality, but bitch, y'all ain't supposed to darn gonna break scripted reality. Y'all telling us the whole scene set up about how y'all all was in on the fact that this was darn on stage. I was like, oh Lord, and Dario, do better with this shit. And do better with this. And then it was like Drew didn't say nothing to Ike, and she was getting irritated with Ike the previous night when they was on the phone with good Coochie Cat Cam, because she thought that he already knew. That's why she didn't darn gonna say nothing. So once again, here we go. Y'all know what the theme is. Y'all know what I've been saying this whole fucking season. Miscommunication. Miscommunication has been leading to is the root cause of all this drama with everybody. Rico and Dominique, miscommunication, and darn gone miscomprehension as well, because it's like y'all fully misinterpreted what Carl said and ran with the bullshit. Cam and Dominique, miscommunication. What else? Kendra, Rain, and motherfucking Oliver, miscommunication. Say it with me, y'all. Miscommunication. Moving on. But honey, I darn gonna clear darn on Drew. And honey, the running thing with Drew all night is, honey, see, she set herself up for failure. Cause anytime they needed to shut her on up, they just kindly muted her without warning. And it was good the first few times. It was a good kiki, but I didn't like how they muted her when she really needed to be speaking later on. Everybody got to pretty much drag her through the mud and she wasn't able to properly defend herself. We'll get to that in a moment though. Damn, I'm looking a little bit lopsided. Okay, there we go. But yeah, we had that situation right there. Then we have, okay, then we had when Rico was talking about Drew being built by being a Shamar built body bitch. And not Shamar Moore, but Shamar, the one that deals with the scoliosis, that supposedly is going to be on the second season of, I think he's either going to be on the second season of Bad Boys LA on Zeus, or he's going to be one of the ones that they already chose to be on Bad Boys Houston. Now that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I do appreciate how he actually, see, this is how he should have been at that house with Dominique. Because I was like, now y'all both giving darn on politically correct darn on apologies, and y'all really don't mean the shit, because y'all meant everything that y'all said about each other in that moment. Just agree to darn on keep it cool from here on out and move it on. So honey, Rico actually did what I wanted him to do with Dominique the first time. Stand in your shit. Because y'all meant everything that you said to each other in that moment. But going forward, now that you know that's a trigger for her, because she does suffer from self-esteem and body issues. She has, I don't know if it's as bad as body dysmorphia. It might be a little bit, considering the revelation that she came out with later on. But now that you know she's dealing with a little bit of mental in regards to her self-esteem and how she view herself in the mirror, honey. You know, he made a mental note not to darn go and say anything about Drew in regards to her awkward body shape from his perspective. So I did appreciate that. And then next we got the montage of darn going discussing their tragic situations. So then we start off with TTB. Now, we get into this real fast, y'all. Okay, we might be out of here within an hour. I don't know, y'all. Don't hold me to that. Okay, we start off with TTB. Hell, I didn't know how to say the shit at first at all, too, because Ike darn gonna roll the R, and I'm bad at rolling the R's. But it's pronounced Rameer. Rameer as in R-A-W-M-E-E-R. I'm spelling it out phonetically. That's not how you actually spell Rameer's name, but how you pronounce it is how you will actually spell the words raw and then mirror, M-E-E-R. That's how you phonetically pronounce it, Rameer. And if you fancy with it, you can roll the R. But bitch, I can't roll the R to save my damn life. I'm coming out. I'm gonna let it show. I'm gonna let it know. Honey, darn on Rameer. Rameer done came out as one of the girls, honey. And I'm talking about she is a fellow trans sister. Honey, welcome to the club, girl. Now, let me go ahead and put you on game of what you about to deal with. Because, see, Kendra, Lauren England, and darn going Willa is a little bit far removed from this. So they probably don't know how it was early on at this point, like somebody who's going through the shit right now. Honey, when you get on that estradiol, the first 3 weeks, you're going to probably deal with some massive headache issues. So that, be on the lookout for that. Like if you start taking estradiol the first 3 weeks, you're going to start having like sporadic darn going headaches. And you're going to get those migraines real intense in the for some time. Another thing is your skin is going to start to dry out. Like y'all know, I typically have my skin kept up, but y'all seen what I've been looking like lately without makeup. My skin has been peeling and peeling like I done got a chemical peel. And that's because as you take the estradiol, it actually thins out your skin. It makes your skin more softer over time. You no longer have that thick layer equivalent to like a genetic male. Your hair rate is going to start to slow down. Although on the face, it's not going to fully eradicate your hair. You still need to get laser hair removal, which is what I've been doing. I done already had 8 sessions of laser hair removal. And most of this is all gone. I just have very sporadic, like it's so sporadic that I can really tweeze it or just wax it at this point. The little bit that I have left is in this chin area, which is the most painful area to get. But it's almost like a hot rubber band just popping on you 100 times fold. But it only lasts for a few seconds. The pain goes away. But like they say, beauty is pain, girl. Beauty is pain. I'm just telling you all the stuff that you have to deal with if you now want to go ahead and go as far as doing the treatments and shit. Honey, make sure when you get laser hair removal, look at my videos, Drew. Rico, whoever, Rico Cassadine, Dominique, who else watches my stuff? Kendra. Definitely forward this over to Drew. I don't know if she watched my video, but you know, isolate this part of the video right here to get and say DivaWuan got some recommendations for you. Make sure they using the appropriate laser. Make sure they show you some pictures of some clients that has your skin type. Not no Latina, not no Latina that looks like J-Lo. Not no Asian that looks like Jackie Chan. We need to see some Asian skin that is brown complexion. We need to see some Native Americans that are caramel. Black people that are Beyonce's complexion and darker. You need to see if that laser works on melanated skin. That's how you know that they're using the YAG laser. Make sure to ask, is they using the YAG laser 1064NN. That is the laser that is qualified by the FDA to work on black skin, to target the melanin within the hair and not, you know, burn up the surrounding skin, because you don't want to get no hyperpigmentation, especially on the face. Like, we ain't trying to stack up the makeup like that when we ain't in drag. So those are my recommendations. The Spiritone, well, girl, you strike me as a bottom, so you won't have to worry about the side effects of the Spiritone. But the Spiritone decreases your volume. It makes the happy ending more liquefied versus thick and creamy. If your stuff used to be thick and creamy, it's going to come out a lot more watery and clear over time. And it might be a little bit harder to maintain or retching and whatnot. But like I said, this is more so top girl problems. You know, giving y'all a little insight on my back, on my shit. But if you're not a top girl, that's not necessarily a problem for you, honey. If you more so a bottom bitch, it's like, well, hell, you wasn't using it anyway. It's just there for display, child. But for the top girls, yeah, you might lose a little bit of action down there with the Spiritone tablets. And once again, I'll put the medication down below because I'm southern as fuck. Y'all know I will mispronounce some darn going stuff in a minute. So that's my darn on advice for Drew. Congratulations again, girl. You're gonna have a journey ahead of you. Although one good thing is, unlike me, bitch, you got a head full of hair, so you ain't got to deal with darn going the complications of the male pattern baldness. And especially when you start on the estradiol this early and you still have a whole head full of hair. Meanwhile, now it looks a lot better than what it was looking like, y'all. Oh, and y'all, my hair is not gray. It looks gray because of the fact that I use minoxidil on my shit, and it does, you know, make my black, because my hair is naturally jet black, as y'all can tell. But when you put something as white as minoxidil on top of black hair, it does make my hair look gray as a result. But hell, I'm using minoxidil and finasteride to counteract my Norwood grade 4 hair loss. But hell, Drew, you ain't even got to worry about that, so you really going to be fabulous, honey. Congratulations again, Drew. And then the cast start discussing their tragic situations, and this was for like about 15 minutes. And of course, I'm not going to touch on the tragic situations, only because it's a slight trigger for me. Because y'all know well, for the ones who don't know, I suffer from clinical depression. So it's like, and I'm a natural empath. And I don't say that shit like Lovely T and them. They always be throwing out, oh, I'm an empath. No, truly, I'm empathic. So it's like, you know, stuff like that, talking about it, it brings me down into a negative place. And then, you know, in conjunction with all the shit that I'm currently dealing with right now, then it's stressing me out with this demon being out of work for over a month. Me having the darn on perpetually do my shit in the car with this broke gas filter. That's why y'all keep hearing my nose. Because I'm circulating all this contaminated air in my darn on car with this AC on full blast. But I can't make the dang on enough money to darn on get the shit replaced, because my income has been severely impacted directly due to this bitch wanting to be home all day eating the motherfucking food. So when you combine real life drama into discussing everybody else's drama, and you deal with clinical depression, it will really bring you all the way down to a suicidal level. And I ain't trying to get to that place, honey. So I'm not trying to be, you know, what's the word? I'm not trying to be dismissive of anybody else's stuff, but, you know, just for my own mental health, I'm not discussing what they got going on, child. Y'all go to somebody else. Well, hell, who else is doing the reviews, though? Shit. But I'm sure there's 2 or 3 people, but hell, I don't know nobody at this point, because it seems like everybody done dropped off, child. YB done dropped off. Because y'all know I watch everybody, child. I ain't seen YB do his shit in a minute. The Cat's Meow, I ain't seen him do his videos in a minute. Really BTV been doing everything else. Every done now they said that they was going to start up with their Chasing LA, but hell, they done let Chasing Atlanta go by the wayside, child. So I don't know who's doing it. Scotty by Nature and them ain't doing it. I don't think Giving You the Real Tea is doing it either. So it's like, shit, but I'm sure there's 2, 3 other more folks. But yeah, y'all, that's why I'm not mentioning it. What else do we have? We got Rico showing his single. Damn, why do I keep confusing the names, honey? Rico with a K. Rico with a K single Swallow comes out September 3rd. And he's in the tub with this person, because the way the person is positioned, you don't necessarily know who they are. Like, is they cis? Is they trans? Or is they very femme? Like, is it a femme gay? Is it a cis woman? Is it a trans woman? Like, we could not tell really. But this person is dressed in, you know, black like lingerie, good grade of 4B, 4C coily texture hair, about around my skin complexion, around my build and size, except y'all know I'm way more out there in the waist area. I mean, not the waist area, but the hip area. I'm a little bit more proportion wider in the hips and thighs. But yeah, I was like, come on through, Rico with a K. Honey, one thing about Rico, honey, he always darn gonna like on pizza. Now he'll flirt with some caramel and shit, honey, like Lauren England. But honey, Rico with a K really likes the chocolate, honey. He see, Rico with a K knows this side, honey, darker the berry, sweeter the juice, baby. But anyways, I was like, okay, we got a date finally for a single, but child, when is the album coming through? Because you know how Kelly Rowland do. Kelly Rowland would drop a single too, and the single would just be a single. We don't actually ever get the album. So, and I'm trying to figure out, since you gave us this video teaser, does that mean that the single is dropping with the video too? Since you had this darn on scene in the tub with the swallow and all of this, and it's like, child, okay. And then my thing is this: why everything got to be so sexual with you, child? I understand that you're a rapper, but can we mature the lyrics and stuff a little bit? Like, and this is across the board. Like, everybody want to be hardcore and just overly sexual and shit. And it's like, can we add some actual intellectual dialogue into the rap? Can we talk about something else other than guns, drugs, fighting, and freaking? Like, that's another thing. But this whole album is going to be sexual in nature, but I'll talk about that in another video. And it's not just you, Rico with a K. It's just I'm over that in general. Like, I miss the the rappers who actually would make you think and stuff. Like, moving on though, moving on. Like I said, hopefully this the album comes out sometime before Halloween, maybe. Then we get Drew mentions Jay blocked her on Instagram. Jay responds, then Drew is right. This is why I say there were certain parts in this reunion where Drew's mic was rightfully muted, because before Jay started talking, he allowed Drew to say everything uninterrupted. It's like, bitch, I will give you your chance to rebuttal, but let me get my full statement out first. So I did appreciate Jay for that. It was revealed that Drew been shit talking about everybody, and similar to Troy, had an open balance with Jay. I was like, now girl, now come season 6, I'm gonna need you to darn start having deposits and shit up front. Like, girl, I'm tired of you talking about girls having open, and then it's like, this is why you don't really mix business with pleasure, and that's including friends. Because it's like, this is your second person that you bitching and complaining about, talking about they done left you with an open balance. Bitch, you wouldn't have to worry about your lights and shit being cut off if, number one, you wouldn't allowing all these people that aren't gonna get all these services without so much as at least a 25 or a 50% deposit. Put yourself first before you put everybody else first. Stop being archalistic to your darn on detriment, darn on Jay Moore. You over there darn going, your lights off, the gas off, rent due, but you can't pay nothing, and then on top of that, you find out yourself in the hospital, boo. You in the hospital sick as a motherfucking dog. Your house done been robbed. Honey, you going through all the motions. And when you need your money, bitch, in this situation, you need your money yesterday. Yesterday, I need you to want me my money. Honey, stop darn going beating around the bush, being darn going demure about it. Tell the girls everything that you need. Tell the girls, hey, I need my money. Tell them why you need your money. Because maybe as a friend, they'd be a little bit quicker about darn going coming up with your money, and instead of making up excuses and shit. Cause darn going Troy talking about, oh, I'm no longer working my $1,000 job. And see the hypocrisy, because that bitch started up with that shit again. I'm talking about all this, that, and the third. But it's like, girl, at the same time, you said you worked the bartending job where you make that in the night. Once again, why didn't you just pay the girl her money? I don't give a damn if she didn't mention it. You know you owed it. Pay it. Although with the bartender, I mean with the situation though, I will give Troy this. Troy said that he was under the false impression that the cast could get in for free because your manager, and I'm assuming this is the second manager, because Willow referred to the manager as a female, and Troy referred to the manager as a male. And I don't think they meant that, you know, male female as in, okay, sometimes she go by she. Like, I don't think it's an Uncle Clifford situation. I think darn going Jay, this is Jay's new manager at this time, told Troy you could come in for free. So he was under the false impression that he didn't have to pay. I can understand that part. But when you found out that you did have to pay, stop pussyfooting, lollygagging around on the situation. Willow reveals on her live that you was going through some shit. But at the same time, Jay's going through some shit. Y'all both going through some shit. Pay each other, agree to just be friends, don't mix business with pleasure, and they're gonna work it out, and they're going to console each other together. Y'all both going through tragedies, y'all losing family members, you darn going struggling with your finances. The last thing y'all need to be doing is darn going falling out with each other over superficial shit. And I hate bringing other YouTubers and shit into the situation. And because this person is actually over there with TTB Network, I want to say, and I think I recall actually seeing when this went down. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, because I ain't trying to bring nobody into no shit if this ain't the case. But I want to say the manager that Willa was talking about was what's her name? DivaWuan, SHAWN. That's one of the good girl pals over there with TTB. Now, once again, I could have this completely wrong, but I remember something vaguely about DivaWuan and Jaya Moore, and there was a falling out of sorts. And I never understood what, because I didn't listen to it all the way thoroughly. But now it seems like DivaWuan warned Willa about how messy Jay could be, and I was like, well, wait a minute, why did she do that? Why was she over there darn going telling darn going private talk that she had with her client / her friend? Because once again, these bitches don't know how to separate business from friendship. It's like y'all always want to get friends and stuff in and tie business in, and it don't work out. Oh, so they is there going doing maintenance over there with the pool, y'all. I'll show y'all at the end. But I was like, okay. But yeah, I think that it's DivaWuan, I want to believe, told darn going Willa to look out for Jay. And once again, I'm not really hearing no concrete, because Jay was darn going completely taken back, because she just knew. She was like, well, bitch, I know they did. Damn, Jay. Girl, you was really darn going trying to darn going not go there with Willa, because honey, you done snitched on your own self in regards to everybody else, right? Because Rico started the shit off first. Rico with a K was like, hold on, I got to set the scene for y'all. Whole time Rico over there on mute, right? Next thing we know, I heard you had some shit to say about me, and I'll come to clear it up with your boy, and all this, that, and the third. I was like, oh, hell. Yeah, Rico with a K done started up with her darn gone pretty ass. And it's like, Rico, you don't even look right arguing. Like, you look so fake arguing. Like, Rico was legitimately upset, but the fact that she naturally has this cool, calm demeanor about her, she just don't even look right darn gone trying to get the girls together. Because, honey, nobody wasn't paying Rico no mind over there, Rico with a K, when she was doing all that hooting and hollering. Willa, on the other hand, honey, everybody pays attention, because Willa is the bitch that's about that life. See, this is how you can tell the bitches who darn going is not really from the hood, because y'all keep trying to put Rico with a K from my neck of the woods. Y'all seen how people was unfazed with Rico with a K's theatrics. But when Willa got to cutting up, honey, you seen Memphis come out real quick. Y'all seen people really darn gonna trying to shut Willa down, because y'all know Willa's about that life. That's how you separate a real hood bitch from somebody who's a pretender. But yeah, honey, Jay was like, honey, I ain't talked about you. I mean, you was the one person that I didn't want to have no issues with. I was like, well, shit. Well, wait a minute now, Jay. You just can't darn gonna scroll and say that shit as if we're not going to ask, well, hell, why in the hell would you want to darn gonna have some issues with everybody else? Rico, and then, you know, Rico darn going said pretty much the same thing, like, well, bitch, what the fuck you want to have some issues with me? Once again, ain't nobody paying no Rico with a K any mind. Honey, this is between Willa and darn going Jay at this point. Jay was like, I didn't say nothing. Bitch, you said something. But your problem is you trusted your manager. You thought you was having good girl talk. Now, I will say this. Jay had her thoughts about Willem, but unlike everybody else where she's been talking shit recklessly about everybody else, honey, she really kept her thoughts close with darn I guess, DivaWuan, and was not expecting for DivaWuan to darn go and run tell that to Willem. So technically, Jay was confined in love. Now, if this is true, now DivaWuan, now you girl, you was 100% fucked up for that. Cause it's like, well, damn, why you had to be the fucked up friend to go and run and tell that and get some darn shit started? If the shit's true, because honey, they could be talking about somebody completely different. I need some confirmation on that, y'all. But yeah, moving on from that, child. Moving on. Meanwhile, honey, somehow Oliver got thrown in the mix as well. Wait a minute, am I to that note yet? Hold on. I'm jumping a little bit all over the place, but at one point, Oliver got up in the mix, and then Oliver and Willa going at it. I said, oh shit. And then once again, production being blamed for stuff. I was like, yeah, production do play their part and stirring up the mess, child, but y'all really propel what production don't really be completely contriving up shit. What's the word I'm looking for? Honey, in my Willow voice, what's the word? They don't really be wait a damn minute. See, this is why I can't get nothing done at this part, right? Cause it be so many distracting factors. Okay, but meanwhile, moving on. It's like, where was I at? Willa and Jay going back and forth. Oliver gets thrown in the mix, and production gets brought in this somehow. And then Willa's sick of every time something goes off, they want to blame 100% of everything on production. It's like, yeah, production gets some stuff stirred up, but y'all is the ones that keep the stuff moving once it's stirred, as opposed to, working it out, communicating. Once again, communication. And resolving the shit. So yeah. Willa cussed out Oliver, and even cussed out production at this. I was like, well damn, is Willa even planning on coming back? Because I was like, this is about her second or third time getting production together on the low. She's like, bitch, production better know about me too, honey. I was like, child, Willa don't give a fuck, honey. Everybody else be humble and sing a Dario good praises. Honey, you catch Willa on the wrong day, honey. It look like Dario might can catch the hands too, honey. Those hands are rated for everyone, child. Ooh, child. But moving on. Oh, and then came the situation where the reason why Willa was blocked on Instagram from Jay. Honey, Jay was under the impression that Willa was pulling up intentionally to Jay's house to whoop his ass behind some shit. And then this is how Oliver, because I guess Oliver was on the phone call. Several of the people was in on the phone call. But Willa was under the impression that she was following, because they was in multiple cars. They supposed to be following Troy to Troy's house. Troy done dipped off. She's still following the friend and finds out last minute that they're en route to Jay's house. Now, why did the friend not inform inform Willa that they was on the way to Jay's house? Did the friend not know that these two hoes got issues going on with each other? Now, that's the true question that I need to know. Like, number one, who was the friend? Number two, did the friend know that there was some issues between Jay and Willa? Because if they did, honey, the friend is a messy bitch too. And then once again, Oliver and Willa, and once again, Willa's darn gonna like me talking about what's the word. She done turned around real quick. Y'all know how us Southerners be, honey. When it comes to certain words, we darn gonna, our brain just go foggy at the moment in the heat of the anger. So Rico Cassadine tells her the word is condescending. Bitch, don't be talking to me all condescending and shit. Whoo. So we had that back and forth with darn Oliver. It got so damn bad, darn production had to step in. Honey, I was like, in all these seasons, I don't think we ever seen, you know, without a fight, just verbal. I've never seen a verbal, you know, altercation get so bad where production had to step in and shut the shit down on Chasing Atlanta. Now, mind y'all, I only been watching from season 3 onwards. I don't know what happened over there in the first 2 seasons. Now, from what I'm under the belief of, Arkeem and DivaWuan, that's now over there on G status, used to be over here on Chasing Atlanta in the early seasons. Now, I can probably imagine that production had to step in a couple times with them hoes. But since I've been watching since season 3, honey, short of a fight breaking out, which, honey, season 3 with Lauren England's boyfriend, honey, you know, short of fights and shit breaking out, I ain't seen production and stuff jump in, but they had to jump in real quick because, honey, Oliver done turned into a whole Karen. Because, you know, Willa got to the point where she was like, bitch, I'll whoop your motherfucking ass. Fuck that train. Because Oliver tried to be politically correct, like, I ain't gonna go at her because y'all be like, oh, this man is attacking a trans woman. Willa was like, fuck that motherfucking shit, bitch. I'll pop your motherfucking this, that, and the third. And then Oliver was like, oh, y'all heard that, right? She threatened. I was like, oh, hell. Oliver wanting to play the bougie bitch route. And now she done got on the phone wanting to call 911. I was like, Oliver, don't your ass do this shit. Girl, don't you be no fool on Karen. She ain't got up and darn proceeded to jump at you or nothing. I was like, girl, don't go calling them police down there on her. It's like at best, and it's like, girl, what they're gonna do is they're gonna say, okay, you're gonna have to go downtown and file paperwork and say that she communicated a verbal threat. And then at best, she might be put in jail for 30 days. That's the worst that can happen when somebody communicates a verbal threat but did not jump up to actually initiate said verbal threat. It's like, so it's like, why waste your time just for the officers to explain what I just told you over this past 2 minutes? For you to do that, it was giving very much guarantees. Just being extra for no damn reason. I understand, girl, you not a fighter, this, that, and the motherfucking third. Even when somebody hit you up in your face, really, with the darn with the cup, like Kendra did. Even when a bitch had a taser in your face, you ain't a fighter. You got to work with the likes of Dr. Heavenly and all of the folks on WeTV and fight. So you a corporate girl. But girl, going as far as trying to call the cops, it's like, now girl, you really doing the most, Oliver. You doing the damn most. I mean, at best you could have had them do her like OG and just put her in a separate room or some shit. Or refuse to film here on out unless they made sure security was up on her. But trying to call the police, yeah, that's too much being of a Karen. Or as Willa say, a Katie. Because she said she didn't really want to call him a Karen, bitch. I'm going to call it. He was acting like a damn Karen. And then in the midst of that, Willa is commending Jay. And this is what she was doing throughout the whole shit. When people get in, I was like, now, Willa, now, girl, this is where you losing me. It's like you want to argue and have, like, bitch, you can't want to be treated fit like a feminine girl. And this is in any, I would say the same thing even if she was a cisgender woman. It's like you cannot darn going to be going back and forth with a man and then darn going to expect not even an argument back and forth. Because at first she commend Ike for darn going eventually talking nice with her, and now she doing the same thing with Jay. And saying we agree to talk later and all this, that, and the third. But you mad with darn going Oliver giving you the smoke verbally. Up until the point that she turned into a damn Karen. Now that's where she done lost me at. But it's like, now girl, you can't darn gonna tell nobody how to darn gonna argue with you, girl. You piss me off. You don't get to govern my darn gonna feelings and how I respond to your ass. Because you a trans woman. Bitch, I don't give a damn if you had motherfucking ovaries and a whole darn gonna menstrual cycle. Bitch, if you darn gonna come at me and if I was a full man, I bet you will still get cussed the fuck out. I might have enough darn going decorum not to get up and slap the shit at you, but I'm still going to cuss you out none the damn less. I don't give a damn you how feminine and graceful you looking and all that. It's like, bitch, you darn gonna treat me wrong. Honey, you don't get to tell me how I should darn gonna treat you in response. Now, Willie, you need to cut that bullshit out now, girl. But moving on from that. So then we got look like I jumped all over the place, y'all. Now it's throwing off my notes. Hold on, give me a minute. Okay, now I know why I was thrown off, y'all, because I done already touched on the Jay and Troy situation a little bit, but circling back to that, Troy jumps back in and was mentioning about how the manager said that he did not have to be charged to come in because he's part of the cast. There could have been some confusion because they probably really meant like, when they said cast, it's like maybe a Dario and, you know, the film crew was supposed to get in for free, but the actual cast members themselves supposed to pay. So that's where it gets kind of looted. Now, I need to know that everybody was obligated to pay, because I highly doubt that if you darn going filming for this show, you actually darn going charge and Dario and them to come up in there and film the shit. So obviously there's an unspokenness that some part of production and cast were able to get in for free. The confusion with the manager is the manager assuming that everybody who's associated with the cast can come in for free. So when Troy, who's a cast member, comes in, oh well, girl, you can go ahead and get in for free. Now my thing is this: did the manager have the same slip up with everybody else? Because it not only seemed like the payment discrepancy was with darn going with Troy. And then once again, when they found out Troy making all these excuses again, first he's talking about, well, girl, you trying to make it seem like I was avoiding paying you and I make more than that in a night. So you, in one breath, you saying how much money you make, which is a contradiction to the darn going sob story that you wanted us to be like, I'm no longer working $1,000 a week job. But it's like, girl, you still making close enough to that, because you say you make at least $70 plus a night. Well, I guess if you do 5 days, okay, I guess, okay, it's nowhere near $1,000. But shit, it's like, girl, you could have darn gone and made some split payments or something. You ain't attempting to do nothing. And then you said you had cash on hand. So you had the money, but you had to deposit into your account, but it wasn't the account that was associated with the CashApp. So you couldn't Cash App. So it's like, girl, you confusing the fuck out of me. Cause the way that you carried on that day at the darn one when Jay talked about it, when Oliver orchestrated the situation, you made it seem so easy that you can Cash App, but now You saying the reason why you didn't do it early on is because you didn't have the money on the card that's linked to the Cash App. But my thing is this: Cash App will simply allow you to switch over the accounts. So you said that you had the money on the Navy Federal. Why didn't you just darn gonna temporarily link your Navy Federal to your Cash App and darn gonna get Jay up out the way? And then if you didn't want the Navy Federal to be permanently linked on to the Cash App, you could have switched it back to the other card. All of that would have just took about 10 minutes. If you didn't want to deal with Jay in any type of physical capacity, which my thing is this: if there isn't any animosity between each other at the point, y'all are in the same city, y'all supposed to be friends. I'm trying to figure out why there was no phone calls, no text messages, why you just couldn't roll up to old boy's house and just drop the cash off in his damn hand if you actually had the physical cash. Or option number 2, just link the Navy Federal account temporarily to the darn Cash App and get Jay up out the way. So yeah, darn Troy was just confusing me with that bullshit, y'all. Once again, the running theme is miscommunications and now omitting information, child. And meanwhile, Jay revealing that he was very sick while all of this was going down. Willa was the only person who knew about it. Now, Willa, you could darn going facilitated a better communication with these two, because you saying in the same breath that Troy was going through some shit on your live stream that Oliver, nobody wasn't knowing about. And it's like, well, girl, if you know that these girls dealing with other situations and the other party's not familiar with, yeah, this was the time for you to be because you want to put yourself in the position as auntie. It's like, girl, you could have said, okay, y'all both going through some shit. Y'all shouldn't allow this to darn going have y'all broken up between each other. This is what Troy is going through. Troy, this is what Jay's going through. Y'all both need to lean on each other right now, help each other out, give y'all each other some words of encouragement. Honey, this bitch gas is off. She really needs that $65, Troy. Honey, go and just clear it like that. It got all out of hand. And like I said, shit, this could probably be some contrivery for some storylines. Because at this point, I don't know why we got all this far. Over $65. Moving on. Moving on. Then we get the commercial with the Cancun trip. It's February 10th through the 14th, so 5 days. Added people to the panel is Gardini. Then we get Berlin and Pt2, who they look like they was the folks that was on season 3, I believe, of darn going Chasing Atlanta. I could be wrong, but they look like some of the cast members that was on season 3 of Chasing Atlanta. But they mentioned that they was on some sort of other show. I think it was We Were Born. I don't watch that, so I don't know nothing about what's going on over there. Then we got Jay Moore has been added on, and then the cast of Chasing Atlanta. The price done increased already. I was like, oh, what done spark the price increase? Because at first, last week it was $50. Now it done went from $50 to $100 deposit. Now, I done found out since then the total cost for everything is going to be around $2,000. That does not include your darn airfare. You still got to get yourself there, but once you get there, the $2,000 supposed to cover your hotel fee, your hotel. It's supposed to cover your food expenses within reason. Now, if you're a fat bitch at heart like me, you might want to still put a couple $100 aside for extra food, especially if you're somebody that got a restrictive diet, such as myself, because I suffer from Crohn's disease. I suffer from iron deficiency, so I need to really have a more specialized diet to cater to my ailments. So, yeah, think about that as well. It covers all the, the drinking and all of that good stuff, the open bar tab and all of that, once again, within reason. Don't think that $2,000 mean that you can go ahead and get an endless supply of the top shelves. I'm sure there's an alcohol limit. So once again, if you know you are a heavy drinker, bring a couple extra $100. So that's a pretty fair rate. Yeah, I guess that's pretty decent. Yeah, that's a pretty decent rate. 2,000. I don't know. Cause $2,000. But see that, yeah, 5 days. All the expenses, traveling. Oh, and then you know the business talks. Okay, yep. That sounds about right. Okay. Cause I was trying to justify the $2,000 without the airfare, but if they including some business talks and all of that, you know, meeting the cast, drinking, food expenses, 5 days, providing that the hotel is a 4-star and better. Okay, $2,000 sound pretty decent for Mexico. And then we get the cast reveals their final thoughts. Okay, now then we go to the after show stuff. Okay, y'all. That is season DivaWuan 5, episode 2 of DivaWuan Chasing. Season 5, reunion part 2 of Chasing Atlanta Reunion. Just in case y'all, I have not had nothing but a DivaWuan but a muffin today, so if I feel like I'm a little bit out of it, that's why, y'all. Like I said, y'all, I'm going through some stuff, so I'm trying my best to power on through, y'all. Whew. But I find myself getting a little bit more DivaWuan lightheaded. I'm gonna have to get me some DivaWuan gummies, y'all. Damn, I'm usually not this DivaWuan bad on, and I swear, even though I can tell that the viewership done fell off with DivaWuan Chasing Atlanta towards the end, and it's not just them, it seems like we just over the reality in general, because I done seen the same running thing, although for a whole different reason over there with DivaWuan with Bad Boys Club on YouTube. A sharp decline. I'm starting to see a decline with the viewership across the board, because it's like we, honey, as we are all dealing with dramas in our real lives and stuff, it's like this DivaWuan contrivery, back and forth drama with all the girls is just like, ugh. I really can't right now with y'all. And it seems like nobody else can either, because people done dropped off from reviewing. And it's nothing against the folks, because honey, I really love all the folks. And y'all know I normally can't say that for a show, y'all. It always end up being one bitch that ends up DivaWuan just irking my nerves on one of these shows. It never fails. At first I thought the Circle Atlanta, it was gonna DivaWuan be the cast where everybody would have been alright. Child, it ended up being once again that one bitch that it always end up being one bitch that ends up irritating the fuck out of me. Chasing LA, it was Fran from last season that irritated the fuck out of me. I'm trying to think of who was the one that irritated me on DivaWuan Dallas. Okay, I think Dallas, everybody was alright. Yeah, I can't think of nobody. Okay, so for the exception of Dallas, which was canceled and now brought back, but honey, some of the folks are gone. Let's talk about Dallas real quick. Reese G, for obvious reasons, will not be back for Chasing Dallas. Martell is up in the air, because Martell done branched out and got his own network. Which, Martell, boo, I'm going to do better with you. I know you saying, bitch, I'm sick and tired of DivaWuan's ass. DivaWuan ain't got no time for my damn shows and shit over there. I promise you, boo, whenever you come back with your stuff. Now, I just can't do the other boy. I can't do rookies. Because once again, I'm barely dealing, I'm barely able to get through with these doggone bitches right here in these 20s and 30s. The young bitches that are 18, 19, 20 years old, Hell, I done got to the point where I about fell off with darn going to Come Up Miami because that shit wasn't really going nowhere. They ended just at the right time because I was darn going about through with them. So that's why I can't do rookies, Markel, because yeah, the young girls, I don't got time for their superficial drama. But your romantic show that you got, I will, whenever season 3 come out, I will pick up that one. And whatever else you got coming out, I will try my best to go ahead and pick that up. But Markel, as far as being a cast member on Chasing Dallas, highly unlikely. Of all things, since he still has a good friendship with Dario, I can see him being part of production. But I don't see him being, in front of the camera no more. Then they said O'Hara, aka darn on Barbie Bankroll, and darn on Dior has gone over to darn on Gemini Films. Now what they're going to be doing on Gemini Films is yet to be determined. So I guess we can bring back Trey Howard. I love him. Now see, now that's one of the young girls I can tolerate. Now Trey Howard, I can do Trey Howard and his cute boyfriend. Carrie D and Lyndon or Leon, we can do them. Bring them back. I understood trying to add more masculine energy into the mix with old boy, I can't even think of his name, Nail Tech. But it's like, unless we want to see him working in the office this season with the nails and stuff, it's like he can go on over there with Reese G and them with Gemini Films. It's like with him, if you're not going to show me your work with the nails and the hair, you can get gone too, boo. And then we got good Coochie Cat Cam. Girl, I'm already saying it now, bitch. You want to be on Chasing Dallas. And then we're going to have some other folks thrown in the mix. So that's Chasing Dallas tease. We find out on the after show that darn gone Oliver and Willa have since, hell, we seen that on the previews though. When darn gone Willa was kissed, I was like, child, Willa is the epitome of darn going ooh, y'all, hold on. My darn gone thing, oh Lord, it's not even showing the darn gone the mileage no more. Honey, let me go ahead and fill my darn gone car up before I end up having to walk. Now granted, I'm only within like 25 minutes of walking distance to my house, but child, that'll be embarrassing as hell. I'm just blasting this good old AC, child. Let me turn this shit off. See, this is how bad it is. I normally do not let my gas tank get this damn low. Thank goodness it's now finally cloudy or whatnots, because, ooh, child, the irony that this will end up turning into a walking vlog of me darn gonna having to darn gonna go and get some damn gas. Child, I ain't never seen it get that damn low. But shit, I'm normally done with my videos by now. I told y'all this is gonna be 2 hours, right? Damn, y'all. Child, let's hope that this car gets up the darn on street. Cal, the nearest gas station is just up the way. Child, ooh, yeah, let me go in and put some gas up in this bitch. But yeah, y'all, we got that with Chasing Dallas. Willa and Oliver is now cool and cordial. We find out that Drew almost got her ass whooped by darn going Willa by all the shit that was being stirred up. This, that, and the third. And somehow they found out that it wasn't all on Drew. Then they thought Oliver had, once again, all this miscommunication. Lord Jesus. First it was Oliver. Then it was Drew. Then y'all thought it was Jay. Jay done got vindicated with Drew being more so the one stirring the shit. Then Drew somewhat got vindicated. Charlie got to a point where they said darn gone Rico with a K is the one that's really throwing the rock and hiding her hands and being messy. I was like, oh hell, we got our season 6 storyline. Honey, everybody not starting to see it for the pretty boy no more. Honey, darn on Rico gonna have to finally work for that darn on Peach, because for these past 2 seasons, that bitch has been resting on Pretty. But I'm starting to peep game where everybody now starting to look at Rico with a K with a side eye. Rico Cassadine is back on the outs with Rico with a K because of the fact that she done jumped on the diss track with Dominique. And it's like, well, bitch, we supposed to be damn cool. Why in the fuck you over here darn going cosign? Because it does come off as a cosign. You up on this damn song and you know what the damn song is about. It's like, you raggedy bitch, you. Next thing we know, what else we got? The after back to the freak party with Willa, Rico done put a hickey on Aaron's darn going thigh. So Rico Cassadine got a little bit of action with darn going Aaron. Now it's still up in the air. Did he get some action with darn going Wayne the Pain or not? But we know who didn't get no action. From what they say, honey, Oliver said, bitch, I didn't mess with nobody, honey. The best I got was a lap dance from darn gone bipolar ass Willa, honey. First she wants to fight my ass, and next thing she wants to F me, honey. It's a thin line between love and hate. It seems like there's some sexual attention. I was like, I did that to Kiki because it does come off that way. It's like first Willa darn going about to whoop darn on Oliver's ass, but child, don't take it personal, Oliver, because now we find out darn going Willa about wanting to whoop everybody's ass. Because honey, it was darn going said that she was pulling up at Jay's house. Now she cleared that up. We don't find out these two are so close that she actually has the code to darn going Jay's door. So it's like if she really wanted to pull up, she could have pulled up, walk in his house, and commenced to whooping ass. Now my thing is this: now how you know he didn't darn going quickly? If he knew to darn going unfriend you on Instagram and block your ass, I'm sure he could darn going easily have that code to his door changed out. Unless it's a complex code or something. But shit, normally with codes like that, you should be able to program it where you can easily change that out just like that. But nonetheless, darn on Willa and darn on Jay are now cool. Oliver and Willa are now cool. Like I said, several of the castmates are now viewing Rico with a K as messy. Travis was the one that was on one of the live streams asking all the good questions. And you know, I'm not even going to go into everything because I don't want to get booted out of the damn live streams. Because you know, I do believe that certain stuff that was really being discussed, even though it was public, they don't save their lives half the time. So it can be assumed that, honey, it's like you catch it, you catch it. They don't need nobody like me doing no investigative. Well, hell, they already got one bitch for that. Shout out to TTP Network. So with that being said, I'm not going to be TTB 2.0 and darn going to give y'all all the extra tea like that, y'all. So I'm just going to give y'all a little bit of a tidbit of what's going on. It never fails, y'all. It never fails. And like I said, I park over here. I buy by the... Let me not say too much. My window is down, child. And what the hell is in front of me where he's looking? I swear, y'all can't make this shit up. Y'all remember when I parked a month ago at the Walmart and I was in a seemingly empty darn going parking lot, and I want to say it was a Sunday too. And from Sunday, you had the random white bitch that darn gonna get in front of my car looking down in front of the trees and shit. I'm trying to figure out, like, what is he looking at over here? Shit, now I'm about to get out my damn car and be nosy and look and see what he's darn gonna see. Like I said, y'all, it is, and then strangely enough, it's starting to fill up over here on the damn Sunday. Now I'm trying to figure out what in the world is he doing. Okay, now he's pulling this. Hold on, I want y'all to see. swear, y'all, you just can't make this shit up. Y'all just seen that in real time, right? He literally just parked this car right there, came right in front of my damn shit. Is it the Fairmont? Lord, let me pull my window back up, child. It's hot as hell any damn way. But anyways, all of that bullshit aside, what just happened, we had doggone the first 90 minutes of the after show was pretty much doggone TTB asking all the questions that he didn't get to ask all of them. We found out he's still together with doggone Quez and all this, that, and the third. Oh, TTB also explained why he was quiet during certain parts of the doggone reunion because production told him to be. Chasing Dallas, we already know is coming back. We done already discussed the cast that I think is coming back. And then we find out the major bomb drop, honey. We find out that doggone Willa, and I figured this the way she was kept going off on production and shit. Honey, Willa says she ain't coming back for season 6. It's a 90% chance that we might not see Willa for doggone season 6 of doggone Chasing doggone Atlanta. I was like, damn. Willa, girl, I need you to rethink that shit, honey. Hell, maybe they can do you like doggone the Circle did Cash De Niro the first 6 episodes. Because, honey, Willa's so entertaining. Like, the bitch can carry on by herself, honey. It's like we can see, because I watch her live streams and her live streams in the beauty shop. It's like, honey, let her do her own thing, and the cast can come to her in certain instances. Like, I don't mind her not speaking to certain folks. But it's like, girl, you done made up with several of them. Hell, you no longer have an issue with doggone with Oliver. You cool with Troy. You didn't have no issues with Cameron, but Cameron's gone. Hell, you now got a crush on Ike. You went, once again, there's a thin line between love and hate, child. Now, my thing is this. Ike don't know this, but I can secretly boo in my head. And this whole season, DivaWuan has let y'all hoes get away with flirting with my doggone man, right? First is doggone YB's ass. YB calls herself being Jennifer, not Jennifer, well, Jennifer Hudson as far as the weight loss and shit. But this bitch acting like she Janet Jackson, getting snatched for my man and shit. Then you got doggone who else up on this motherfucker? Then I got the low-key doggone probably windmill with doggone good coochie cat Cam. And then doggone probably have to slap the shit out of high yellow doggone Rico with a K. Well, don't tell me that I low-key had to thump with your ass too. Now, Drew, your thin ass, I can doggone just knock you down with my pinky, honey. I ain't really got to worry about you. Now, doggone Willa, oh Lord, that I don't think I fought plenty bitches in my life. And when I talk about bitches, I'm talking about dudes and I never fought a fellow trans girl, number one. I guess there's a first time for everything. I've never had to fight a fellow trans sister. But girl, I'm gonna have to fight you for doggone Ike, child. I might have to fight you for Ike now. Honey, Ike don't know it, but me, the Ike is my doggone boo in my head. Y'all gonna get up off Ike. But on a serious note though, Willa, I really want you to rethink that, rethink about leaving chasing Atlanta. Cause Lord knows, I want to see it for you. Like, hell, you finally darn going, you done finally got the shop open. Now, people was trying to be funny about why did you leave Dr. Heavenly. Come to find out that she didn't even have nothing to do with you. Her client got in a fight with somebody in Dr. Heavenly's establishment. Now, I don't still see why that was grounds for darn going, for Willa to be darn gonna let go, because Willa darn gonna reported the situation in a timely manner. Nothing got broken. She diffused the fight, but simply because it was Willa's client, they let the shit darn. They said, "Oh no, we." Once again, it's like, was the person close to Willa? Like, she can't help her darn on clientele. Like, I think that's a little bit fucked up. So yeah, I ain't like that, y'all. I need to know some more backstory in regards to that. Like, was the client someone very close to Willa? Because if this was just a random client darn on cutting up down to the salon, why should it be on the darn on person? Why should it be on the darn on stylist to be fired when the stylist did everything right? And then she mentioned about why she didn't call the police, because of the fact that that would have drawn more unnecessary attention to darn going her spot, because of the fact that Heavenly Stark is a notable celebrity. She's a reality star, and then she just opened up this darn going business, so all eyes is on her, especially being somebody who's not known for hair. So people really going to be viewing you critically, because it's like, bitch, this is not even your realm. Girl, you a dentist. You don't even halfway do that shit right, because you just got your teeth darn on fits. It's like, girl, you ain't even a walking advertisement for your own stuff, because your shit was looking fucked up for the longest for you to be the dentist up on this show. Now they done brought in another dentist over there that's supposed to be friends with the with Heavenly and her man. And based off of they smile and stuff, it looked like they darn gone finally got it right with a dentist that, you know, got their shit together. And once again, y'all, I just got to replace this darn gone phone holder, because like I said, I done cleaned this. I done did everything I needed to do, and it's still cutting up. This is no longer on me at this point. But I'm at the gas station. We're going to go ahead and get some gas while we're here. So if it goes off, I no longer have to worry about being in a dangerous situation. But yeah, y'all, that is darn going, that is Chasing Atlanta reunion and everything in a nutshell. Let me see if I did. Let me see if I forgot anything. And like I said, y'all, hopefully things will get better. This bitch supposed to be getting out of this house within the next 2 weeks. Back to work. And then the good thing is about her wanting to go back to the plant for Chasing LA, I will finally have my evenings back, because when she was working at the hotel, I had to do my videos between 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. Now I will have essentially 2 o'clock in the afternoon all the way to 10 o'clock at night free, where most of the people tend to be free anyway. So it looked like Chasing LA, y'all will be good starting off y'all season, because hell, I'll be darn gonna be able to do my live streams and shit later at night time. Now the only darn gonna downside of that is I'll be losing the weekend potentially, because I know for a fact Sunday, if I do a video, it will have to be in the park like normal. And Saturdays, she only works during the holiday seasons on Saturday. So yeah, that's the filming situation that's about to come up with that. But yeah, y'all, that is everything. Like I said, honey, I'm putting in my vote for season 6 of darn going Chasing Atlanta. We need to have darn gone Travis, who was on season 4. Honey, y'all didn't see it for Travis to be the darn gone cast member. honey. But Travis know how to ask the pertinent questions, honey. He needs to be the motherfucking darn on host for season 6 because hell, low key, his shit was more entertaining than darn on TTB, honey. I felt like TTB was following a little bit of a script at points. I was like, TTB, you had enough power to give Dario some pushback. I understand you got hired for a job, but at the same time, you got to be a little bit true and authentic to yourself, honey. It just felt a little bit off with darn on TTB. And once again, that ain't nothing against TTB because I love TTB, honey. TTB be getting the shit really start. That's why I go as far as to include the stuff that I see on his show in my notes and stuff because TTB be asking the pertinent questions and stuff too. But I don't know what caused the ball to get dropped with this reunion. It's just like the vibe was just a little bit off. So maybe they'll do better with season 6 with darn on Travis getting the hosting it and whatnot. But TTB, you did ultimately a good enough job nonetheless. The entire cast, like I said, some people that I started not to see it for, they redeemed themselves at the end. Because I told y'all, Aaron, I was like, honey, that bitch can go, honey. What is her purpose? We got darn on, I said, oh shit, we losing Ike. So I guess if this bitch darn gonna stay, it's only because of her vocal accolades, honey. Because she is the good, well hell, she's actually the stronger vocalist. But Ike is the more soulful vocalist, if that makes sense. If y'all want me to break that down even more, I can do a separate video on that. But it's like, okay, if we got to keep a vocalist on here, I guess that's the only reason she's staying, child. But darn gone, Aaron grew up on me a little bit towards the end. I want to see a little bit more from Aaron, so okay, we can bring Aaron back. Jay is lovable enough. We just got to keep Jay out the bullshit. Same thing with Drew. If we can keep these two bitches out the bullshit, they'll be alright. Bring them on back. Oliver. I love you, girl. Oh, shit. Child, we making it up for the season. Ooh! Come on through, y'all, honey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Honey, we got trade galore today, honey. At the service station. Honey, what a good way to end out the damn season, honey. Y'all know every time I'm in my car, we always end up seeing trade. Or a good man in general. Well, we just got to see about a good old 10 piece of eye candy down at the damn gas station. Woo! But anyways, Oliver, I know I'm going to get some backlash for this, but honey, Oliver can go. Oliver done got too corporate for me. The moment that bitch darn was willing to go ahead and call the cops and get some shit started for real like that, it's like, yeah, Oliver, you can go. It ain't nothing personal against you. It's just, girl, you know, gotten a little bit too mainstream, safe, and polished. We can go ahead and let Oliver move on by the wayside, honey. Bring in somebody else and out for Oliver. Oliver talking about who she thinks she can go and really quiet as kept. Oliver can darn go ahead and let Oliver go. Rico Cassidy, definitely coming back. Rico with a K, yup, definitely. Dominique, definitely. I'm trying to make sure I got everybody. Kendra, Wayne the Pain, most definitely. And now that just leaves a spot for we got to replace somebody for Willow. We got to replace somebody for darn on Oliver. And we got to replace somebody for good Coochie Cat Cam. So we got 3 spots open up. So go ahead and introduce yet another trans woman on. Have 3 trans sisters thrown in the mix. I want them to go ahead and get somebody different other than because it seems like the running theme for a Lauren England spot is you got to be a cosmetologist / cook. I want to see a different career field for whoever the third trans girl come in on is. What else? Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Because I don't know who else they would get for the other two. Y'all give y'all thoughts down below. Who would y'all want to see for the other two spots of Darn chasing Atlanta? Because like I said, Oliver can go. Cam is gone and Willa's gone. Although now if Willa stays, that'll be great. And I think ultimately if she thinks on it long enough, if we can separate her from the bullshit, I think okay, Willa be alright for the most part. Cause it's like, well damn, y'all let darn Rico with a K darn sliding into obscurity and he don't even be giving us shit. Honey, at least darn Kendra, I mean not Kendra. Kendra be giving us work too, but Willa darn gives us enough, you know, of work and stuff where she could justify not being in the bullshit. Rico Cassidy not so much with that darn album that's darn been 3 years plus in the damn making. But those are my final thoughts, y'all. Y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I would darn talk with y'all longer, but I actually need to use my Upside app with my cause honey, they done gave me an extra 7 cents. Honey, gas is done finally came down to under $3 a gallon. I mean under $4 a gallon. Child, it would be a blessing if we can get it back to under $3 a gallon. But with the Upside app, I got an extra 7 cents off per gallon in addition to an extra 14 cents that I can take advantage of. So 21 cents off per gallon. But I need to go ahead and load my information in to get that savings. And if you want to be saving too, honey, this is my little bootleg commercial to end it on out. If you want to save on gas during these darn times that Biden keeps messing in other people's affairs and jacking up our gas prices, honey, use the Get Upside app down below. They frequently have bonuses. You also can get discounts at your local grocery stores. You know, I mean, well, cash back at your local grocery stores and pizza places. You name it. It's not just gas, but the premise is you get cash back on your gas purchases. And you can get as much as 50 cents back per gallon. Hell, one day, I ended up getting a 40-cent darn bonus on my darn cash back. So it ended up being a total of, for 15 gallons, I ended up getting $6 back. Yeah, I think my math is correct. Yep, 16. I ended up getting $6 back off of 15 gallons. Just in case y'all wonder, I drive a Nissan Rogue 2016. But that is it, y'all. That's my done closing little advertisement. Y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.